So we're here at the Elephant Lake Hotel, and I'm sitting with the general manager of the Elephant Lake Group. Now, just behind us is the iSimangaliso Wetland Park, and that is the estuary, in fact. But Deon, just obviously in these crazy times, having to keep everyone safe, the people that are coming through your doors, what are some of the processes that you guys have put in place? You know, when it comes through your check-in process, what have you guys done to ensure the safety of the travelers?
Brandon, yeah. Look, we've put together an entire COVID protocol, a massive file that covers each and every department, all the operational procedures, the policies, etc., that needs to be in place in each department. We've put together a COVID-19 management team, which is led by myself at the property, and then with various heads of departments, and also coming and bringing in some of our junior level staff in as well, as I think everybody must contribute fairly. So what we started, we started putting emphasis on trying to promote as much contactless procedures at check-in as possible. So when we deal with reservations, we try and do as much online as we can. We try and do as much of the payments, etc. We try and do prior to arrivals, all electronically. So when guests arrive at the property, it's basically the COVID screening that needs to be completed, the questionnaires that needs to be completed, you know, the individual temperature screening and so forth that needs to be done. To try and streamline that on arrival. Then we've got certain processes in place, you know, on arrival, luggage, our portage services, they've evolved, as COVID has evolved. You know, we find that many of our guests prefer to handle their own luggage, although we've got that assistance there, should they need it. The spray down of luggage that takes place, a resting period for the luggage before we take it into the room. And then going from there, you know, cleaning procedures that have changed. You know, all your public areas, your regularly visited areas, your stairways, the handrails, the door handles, table surfaces, armchairs, etc. All the regularly touched areas, we've got regular cleaning intervals that take place that concentrates on that, let's call it high-risk areas, which we've got in place. So I think our cleaning and hygiene processes have intensified a lot, and it's actually become habit. So where we had to do an adjustment, that has now become habit. It's a new normal for us. So, you know, in the mornings, all the staff knows, the mornings when they come in, we sanitize all the pool chairs, we sanitize the jungle gym, we sanitize everything around. You know, during the day, we do the same processes a few times. At night, before closure, we do the same process. So, yeah, it's a new way of normal, but in that way, we know that we provide our guests with a secure, safe, clean environment.
Now, earlier you mentioned that you have a manager that actually stays on the property now compared to before these strange times started, that it wasn't like this. Is that manager there in and about the hotel from a safety aspect for COVID-19, or is it just more to, you know, keep an eye on things?
The manager stays on property at the current moment, and until such time that we comfortable with not only our own situation, but expectations from our guests. So the reason why is here is to have somebody on call at the property. So if somebody would start feeling not well or is in need of assistance, you know, we've got our night staff that is here, but that manager is in physically on the ground, where normally he would be 2-3 minutes away, staying in his own accommodation elsewhere in town. He's now right here at the property. So it's to give that extra bit of security to the guests that's on ground.
So just to touch on the last thing, through the safety aspect, what are you guys doing now with regards to a restaurant? Is it buffet, a la carte style? We can just go to that just very quickly.
All right, so our restaurant, currently we only open to hotel residents. So we have decided until such stage that we're in a very advanced stage of level 1, or possibly open, we will not be opening to the general public, to our restaurant and our bar. The hotel, we've closed our dinner and lunch service for a la carte or for group bookings. So we operate currently on a bed and breakfast basis. We've done away completely with buffets. So everything is plated. Our guests get a little individual menu each, where they can tick what they would like to have for breakfast. They can do their breakfast selections from there, and that is in freshly prepared meals and served directly to the guests. In terms of our lunch and dinners, just to add to that, we're all aware and waiting in anticipation to meet and greet and welcome our first international guests. And a lot of them are group travel that's got fixed itineraries. So we know that when this group comes in, we know that there will be a dinner included if it's included in their package. And obviously then we will accommodate those individual requests as it is. But I think for a long time we will stick to the a la carte or the set menu dining options.
Well, thank you very much, Deon, for running over all of the procedures that you guys have put in place, and thank you very much for having us out here